Sports Talk 1080 The Teams, Tuck and O'Neill. I'm Jerry O'Neill with Mike Tuck. Football season. Now, we're doing this the Tuesday after Labor Day, so before we get ahead and a look at the NFL start this week, let's recap some college football. What jumped off the page?
Major injuries jumped off the page that could impact championship contenders for conferences and overall over the course of the season. And the ACC and the Big Ten reinforcing negative stereotypes about each one of their conferences with some tough losses over the weekend.
Really? That's what jumps off the page?
Yeah.
Good Lord. The ACC, who got their wings clipped?
The ACC.
Florida State?
No.
Clemson?
Against Texas State? Against Wofford?
What did you think of the mediocre quarterback of Everett Golson? That's what you called him, right?
Yeah, he
Mediocre?
did very well against Texas State.
Okay.
He did excellent against Texas State.
All right, speaking of Golson having left...
You holding that one up as meaning something?
Well, I mean, you called him mediocre. I just think...
It was against Texas State.
All right.
Seriously?
Just saying.
Are we having the conversation about Texas State?
How about the Florida quarterbacks in their win over New Mexico State?
Still a decision to make. Don't know who's the quarterback.
I think
it's a good problem because both of them played well, but
they did.
Still a decision to make.
They did. And when you look back last year, they beat Eastern Michigan, I think 65-0, and looked nothing like that. I don't think they had that kind of excitement. And I think Will Grier is going to be the eventual quarterback for them, and he looks like he can play some college football and move an offense. What you saw Notre Dame pound Texas, and Malik Zaire it takes over at quarterback. That's what left Golson an opportunity to look in the mirror and probably say, if I'm going to play, maybe I need to transfer. They punished Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is just a shell of what you would hope if you're a big-time college football fan. And
no offense for the Horns until they figure out someone to play quarterback, and I think it all begins there, and they have problems beyond that. But Notre Dame looked like a title contender. They looked terrific in their opener.
Alabama, Texas A&M, Auburn all won those neutral site games against pretty decent college competition and looked good.
So like I said, with the ACC and the Big Ten reinforcing negative stereotypes, the SEC just did the same thing with the positive stereotypes. They went out, they took care of business like we've been knowing that they've been doing the past 10 years or so, and the SEC had a great weekend.
Going to be some great matchups coming up in Week 2. Oklahoma-Tennessee is a game that everybody will be watching. A big showdown early in the SEC. LSU will get their game canceled, plays against Mississippi State. BYU and Boise State will be a heck of a college football game for non-Power 5 as well. And speaking of BYU, they lose their quarterback for the rest of the season. Same kid that got hurt a year ago. But for the second time, the last game of the regular season last year, when UCF won on a Hail Mary, BYU wins on a Hail Mary in Nebraska, which spoils Mike Riley's debut. Just knock it down.
You might want to get in front of the guy catching the ball, too. That's a good idea.
Yeah. We'll follow it all season long. Excited about it, the college football season here. More in the NFL as well. Tuck and O'Neill, weekdays 3 to 6 on Sports Talk 1080 The Team Orlando.